how Father Jeff Meeuwsen and Deacon Espinosa are breaking the Ten Commandments by stealing Asher and fake marrying my mother to my former middle school married Catholic Church choir director. And I'm sorry, but stressing his wife out until she dies is not a legitimate reason to marry him off, especially since he's been vasectomied and he's not living a life of God. And my mother married sacramentally to my father, John Stafford, since the 70s. They were on birth control, but she went bananas, basically, and divorced him for no reason, claiming he was abusive when he wasn't. He was working at Boeing, supporting the family, taking her to Mass on Sunday, driving her to her mother's house 5 or 6 hours away every year, and taking them camping. And so I really believe that she's gone bananas. And she even told me that now is the time to be bad. And Father Meeuwsen just jumps into this spiritual bed, so to speak, with her in an adulterer sort of way. Father Meeuwsen should know better. I believe he's been highly influenced by the fallaway Jesuits, especially at Gonzaga, where I went to school with him and knew him personally since I was 18 years old. So there's really no excuse for Father Meeuwsen, and also Deacon Espinosa, who's a married deacon, which is wrong. So he's already breaking the Ten Commandments there. I believe this has been, St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Catholic Church has been completely infiltrated by these communists, and they elevate their status. There's no discipline in this church. It's all about money, power, status, and control. They don't care who they walk on. They don't care how long they've known you. They will walk on you. And Monsignor Brennan and Bishop Sample are privy to this, and they are right in line with the Freemasonry going on within the deep church, which is going on in Portland, Oregon, partnering with the state, all their gay laws, abortion laws, by doing nothing, sins of omission and commission, which is what Our Lady of Bayside said this was going to happen since 1972. The devil has entered into the highest hierarchy of the church, and we can see it going down through the line. He's in the cardinals and the bishops, and it's going down into our parish priests. Now, Father Meeuwsen and Deacon Espinosa are breaking the Ten Commandments. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. How can you keep the Sabbath holy if you're inviting crooks in the church? And you can see Asher right in the church because my mother brings him there, and the priest doesn't do a darn thing about it. He should talk to Asher. He should say, Asher, where's your mother? What's going on? How are you being treated? Why is your father trying to raise you gay? What is going on? What about your First Communion rites? Why is Father Meeuwsen so silent on all these huge doctrinal truths of the church? Why is he spreading a net for Anna and welcoming in the sodomites and the whores? Okay, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. But if you're handing out communions to these people, you're not only taking the name of the Lord thy God in vain, but you're taking his body and blood in vain. It's a vanity. It becomes a vanity situation, a fake marrying people, using the sacraments as a power play, pretty much, and marrying people who aren't eligible for marriage and shouldn't be married. Honor thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. And how is he giving a good example to Anna? By coveting all her belongings, breaking up her family, by advocating for these fake divorces, which we know Catholics cannot divorce. It's not allowed. They partner with the state to do so. How is he leading Anna and Asher towards the faith? How is he truly leading himself towards the faith? When his own parents are first cousins, he has no morality in terms of who should be married to who. And we have to really take that into account. Why didn't the seminary catch that? Why isn't his Monsignor, his superior, disciplining him and exhorting him to have his parents' marriage publicized and annulled, rightly annulled. Why are all these cover-ups going on within the Catholic Church, and especially in the hierarchy of the Church, going right down into our local parish priests who have become complete murderers and thieves? Because to slander someone, and that's what he's basically doing, slandering my name, by not talking to Asher, not becoming a missionary of peace in the family and just allowing all this heresy and family breakup to go on, is a complete slandering and bearing a false witness against God's law of the family and what the family should be, mostly. And we know in the last days the final assault of the devil will be against the priesthood and families. Thou shalt not kill. He's killing Anna's good name, and he's killing her family. He's killing the family. And so is Deacon Espinosa. And it becomes a bloodshed and murders. We know that Mary Povke's Lewis Rott has already passed away prematurely, probably from grief. And they're ushering these communists into the church.